I do.
We're
We are
live. It says it. It
with
says
the
live.
the only Arrogant Joe. Arrogant
Arrogant
Joe, how
Joe.
you doing tonight?
I'm doing wonderful, but then again, I always am. And I just want to say that it's absolutely wonderful that you got the opportunity to talk to me tonight.
I feel honored.
Of course, of course.
Hey, in the midst of all of your arrogance, did you happen to share this out?
I did not. So I'm going to say, please, for just a moment, feel the loss as I disappear to go and
if
do
you
that.
just I don't know, swipe up and
I swipe right every time I see your picture. Oh, never mind. That's Grinder. Yeah. Hey, look at Starlene Eaton. I'm going over to Facebook right now. I don't even know if I'm still with you, but here I am.
I can hear you, but I cannot see you.
That's even better.
Corey Calvin, what is up, Darlene?
I keep telling you, I have a face, right? I look like Brad Pitt over the phone, and now you can tell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Arrogant Joe will be right back with us momentarily. While we're on here, though, I want to give a shout out. Let me get closer. Look, American Freedom Tour. I want to shout out Tammy Thrasher Mitchell for sending me this hat, and she sent me a really nice shirt, and oh my gosh, so nice. Thank you, Tammy. And I want to shout out the American Freedom Tour. Go check it out, americanfreedomtour.com. They will be in a city near you. Joe, are you still there?
Joe is still here.
Oh, there he is.
I had to go grab my hat.
Oh,
so I have the We the People hat.
Oh,
it helps me with my, my little, what is this? The Black Hawk style. Only the round Betsy Ross back when we were a real country.
I love it. We actually used to be. We used to be. Yeah.
And I think the good thing for all the listeners, especially Missy, right, is that there's technically two of me on the screen. So, I mean, this is like score for everybody.
Oh, so I don't know hey, Chris Widener, if you're on here, dude, look at this hat, bro. Look at that hat. You know all about it. The American Freedom Tour is, man, it's got it's amazing what they're doing. Amazing. They've got Donald Trump Jr., Kayleigh McEnany.
Who are these people you're talking about?
Candace Owens.
Never heard of her.
Speakers.
Never heard of her.
I know. What they don't have is they don't have Arrogant Joe.
Correct. Because if they did, everybody would know about this.
Dude, that's sad.
Yeah.
I think that.
Hold on. Yep. That was a tear. I shed a tear.
So, right, dude, let's talk about confidence versus arrogance.
And we all know which one I chose tonight.
You literally, I said, dude, let's go live and talk about confidence versus arrogance. And your message was, I want to play the arrogance role.
That's it. It's such a stretch for me because not only am I good looking, awesome, intelligent, but also really humble.
Well, we were hanging out that one day and I said, dude, let's talk about humility. And you said, there's not enough people in the room to do that.
Exactly. I said, who's going to hear us? I need an audience to talk about how humble I am.
I know. Yes. Is that Santa with you? Look at that.
Nice, Eva. I see how you are.
Eva. That's how they say it in
chocolate
Australia.
People. Yeah. The chocolate people, whatever.
Dude, they have sent me. Have you gotten any of their chocolate?
I have not. But I have gotten a lot of smart Alec comments from both of them on my TikToks, which I love to death. It's amazing. So,
dude, you've turned into quite the TikTok celebrity.
I know. Yes. Like on one video, I was going to retire and just close the account down and say, hey, I got one over 100,000 views. I'm going to take it and run. Yeah.
So Jamie Green asks a question of you, Mr. Arrogant Joe.
Yeah.
Do you have a mask that covers the entire beard?
I so do. I so do. Even though here in California, we are revolting and we are
I heard
fighting it.
that. Where did
Yeah,
I see
bro.
that?
I posted it on my story. You were probably one of the 6 people
Dude,
that's still allowed to see me
look,
on my story.
look who's here.
Shaka Dyson.
Shaka Dyson is in the
Wow.
house.
Wow.
Dude.
There's the confidence part. Just made it to the show.
Yeah, absolutely. So Eva says she will send you chocolates.
Yes. My wife likes the white chocolate, as you can tell. Sup? That's right. That's right.
Oh my God.
Come on. My dancing name at the club is Tall White Mocha. Come on. Come on.
Oh, dude. So Joe, what do you think the difference? Honestly, now, no joking. Stop joking for a minute.
All right.
What's the difference between confidence and arrogance? Because
I'm
we
going to
know
channel my
people who
inner
have
Glenn
both.
Moorshower. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to channel my inner Glenn Moorshower so that I can be serious for just a moment.
That would be good.
Yes. Okay. So here's what I've learned over the years, because I'm older than most. Okay. Is that when you look at the arrogance comes from a feeling of superiority, where confidence comes from a feeling of accomplishment. Okay. And confidence comes from the fact that you have delivered on what it is you said you would do. So the more you hold yourself accountable and the more you deliver on your word to yourself, that's when all of a sudden confidence starts stacking on itself. So successful wins build confidence. One win can allow you to flip into arrogance. Yeah. And so there's typically anybody who's really arrogant and touting their own stuff and going crazy. They don't have a huge success record behind them.
Well, but we look at, I mean, you and I are both friends with the one, the only, the
GC,
man, the myth, legend. And people oftentimes say he's arrogant. He's not. I don't think Grant's arrogant. I think he's definitely confident.
Grant is a showman. And if you are going to sit back and understand that when Grant goes out there, Grant is, if you sit with him like we have, where you're just sitting on one-on-one, he's not reaching around, patting his own back and throwing his shoulder out.
Nope.
Right? He's genuinely trying to help people and go through. But he has said many times that the money flows where attention goes.
Yep.
So he's going to go and do that. But neither him nor Elena are out there going, we're so much better than all of you. They're literally trying to say, look what we've accomplished. You can do it too. And so
here we go again. Oh my gosh. So
Miss Jackson. Did you actually listen to it?
I did.
We all texted
the whole thing. Yes. Who is it again that does that song? I
think it's Coldplay. Yeah.
No. Confidence is building the tallest building with hard work. Amen. Outcast. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. If you read the 10X rule, you'll understand Grant Cardone. Totally agree with that. So, I was thinking arrogance is being the tallest building by knocking all the others down. Whoa!
Wow. The tallest building was in both of his statements. Wow. That was synergistic like that.
That's, I was thinking about, I know people that they couldn't find their ass with both hands and a flashlight, but they walk around acting like they know what they're talking about. And I was thinking about this earlier. And I won't mention who, but I was thinking about, like, this person really doesn't know what they're doing, but they really
play one on live stream.
Whoa. Hello, Joe?
Hi.
Joe can hear you. There, you froze up for a minute. Did you get a phone call?
No. I said, you said that this person acts like they know what they're doing. I said, but they play one on live streams. right? They're not a doctor, but they play one on live streams.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, so we know those people, and I thought, there's a difference between being confident and being arrogant.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did I freeze again? Because you froze. I was still moving, but yeah.
Both of us did. It was the weirdest thing.
Wow.
I started getting this circle thing.
It's the arrogant police,
I guess.
Yeah.
But like the difference between being confident and being arrogant. I mean, if you're truly educated, if you truly have the experience, you've read the books, you've applied the material to your life, you've screwed up, made the mistakes, and then you reapply it in a better way that works. That, I think, is where confidence comes from screwing up and then adjusting. I don't know. Am I making sense?
Yeah, absolutely. The arrogant part, like it's like what Shaka said earlier, but the arrogance part is the at the expense of others.
Yeah.
Right? It's as I step on you to say that I'm so much better. Where somebody with confidence, okay, you and I both will do a live stream thing. We'll both do something, but neither one of us believe we're competing with the other person. Right. We're not sitting back going, oh my gosh, you suck and blah, blah, blah. That's where the arrogance comes in, where I have to knock you down to feel better about myself. It's an insecurity move.
Yep. Totally agree. It's almost like owning a Corvette.
Right. Which I sold because I felt so arrogant with it.
I'm just kidding. Dude.
Oh, but we my wife and I are both eyeing on that the C8. We're like, God, the Z06 is coming out. Jay Leno did a movie about him a video about him driving it. And I'm like, okay, I need one.
Dude, it's amazing. It's an amazing vehicle. And I don't think that's arrogant in any way. I think it's like confident. Like, hey, I can drive this if I want.
I agree. But again, you have to get to a point. Now, if it's at the I need to buy it so I can show off to other people, as opposed to I enjoy it, I love it, and it sparks something in me to be better, right? Yeah. That's where you look and go, again, if I'm going to go buy something I can't afford to impress the people that don't like me and I don't even like them, right? And then that's where the arrogance comes in, is that I'm better than you because of this.
Do you have a guest in the room?
Mrs. Ingram wandered in.
Hi, Mrs. Ingram.
Yes. Hello.
Mrs. Ingram wandered in. So, I don't know, man. I thought it'd be fun to get on here and talk about this. What's the audience have to say? What do you guys have to say? Eva says she can hear us, but our faces are frozen in time.
No, that's called infatuation. I'm allowed to be funny again, right? Because otherwise you take away everything I have. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, Steph Ross is on here. Steph, hey, are you still here? So we should ask people to do us the solid of sharing this out as well. Like, share this out. So, okay.
Because I'm worth it. Because I'm worth it, right? Yeah.
Because Joe is worth it. That's right. So what do you suggest if somebody's walking around, they don't know what they're doing, they're trying to pretend to the world that they do know what they're doing? What do you think they should do? What's the first step to correcting their path in life? What do you think?
Remember that at 19 years old, you can't be a life coach. Okay. That'll be my first thing to check off.
What if you build a multi-million-dollar business at 19?
You could probably coach on how to build a business. Right.
On what you did to build a business.
Yes. Absolutely.
Do you recommend going out to and renting maybe
I got to renting A and then it froze. I'm going to screenshot because it's not the best look. Hey, you're back.
That was a long freeze.
Yes, Netta was here, and I said, "Hey, I think you froze." And Netta goes, "I thought he was trying to think of the answer," and I was like, "He's gonna say rent a Lamborghini and go take some Instagram photos."
That's what I was. Yeah, that or a private jet.
Oh yeah.
You know, people go out and spend. They'll rack up credit card bills, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to rent a jet that never takes off, just to get pictures for Instagram and social media. And I just think that's not arrogant. That's just stupid.
No, but that's intentionally misleading somebody to the level of success that you've achieved.
Is going on.
And he froze again.
This is getting insane. Can you hear me? You're muted.
Yeah, I muted to answer a question, but yes, I can hear you. But you did disappear for a little while. Now back.
I don't know what's going on with this.
Oh, you have me on, bro. It trips the sensors for Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. This is very odd. So with the, I mean, what do you think of that? Like the renting a lamb. I mean, I've seen it. Like, you know, they don't own a Lamborghini or a private jet, but they still put it out. Is that being confident?
No, that's being dishonest is what we call that. It's not even arrogance, because it's called perpetration. Let me go ahead and perpetuate this myth that I am all that. And they think, hold on, Mrs. Ingram is throwing in her 2 cents from the back.
And when you find out later,
you have to be louder. So
come over, tell her, come over and get on camera.
Yes, you have to get on camera now, because you had to throw your 2 cents in. You got to come over here and throw it in.
Come on, Mrs. Ingram.
Come on.
Come on.
They already see you up there, so
that's right. I've how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Wonderful. What were you saying? I'm curious.
I was saying that sooner or later it'll come out too, and they will show how dishonest they are and lose credibility. We have had friends that invite us to their beautiful mansion house and told us about how to buy houses, how to invest in everything. And we found out later it was a rental property. It didn't even belong to them. And they lost us, not as friends, but as business partners.
Yep. That's true.
I think the rating.
What's her shirt say?
Her shirt says "We the People," right? And then on the back.
Oh, Mrs. Genius. I love it.
Yeah. That's from Jason Aldean's wife, I think, is where she got those. Yeah.
I love that.
Not that I'm saying I know Jason Aldean. No, I'm saying that's where it came from. Her Instagram and her.
She knows Jason Aldean. Wow. That is unbelievable.
Look at that. That's correct. And since she doesn't talk to you often, you won't realize later that was a lie. So that's how you keep it going, by disowning people along the way that know the truth. Yes.
You know, I think that's yeah. It bothers me, man. I see it a lot and it bothers me. Bothers me.
But again, you're seeking short-term gain for a long-term. It's going to be a long-term stockpile, just trash later.
Arrogant people don't realize how insecure they are, so they don't do the inner work.
I think she just attacked me. Did she just attack me? Eva just attacked me. It says Arrogant Joe right there on the screen. So I assume that was directed right at me.
Yeah. Shots fired. So tell me, I want to change the subject a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me what's going on in California, because I'm seeing like posts about a revolution. I mean, dude, I watched a video last night. I don't want to get too political here, but I watched a video last night about what's happening in Australia.
Oh yeah. And I posted a video the other day from from a lady that says, so everybody says, why does a private homeowner need an AR-15? Why do you need an AK-47? And she said, one answer, Australia right now. That's why you would need that. And it's like, I'm looking, I'm like, it's getting so scary that you're going to have to, at that point, say, I need to take something into my own hands. But out here, in the People's Republic of California, we have Pelosi's nephew who's telling everybody that we have to go back to the indoor mask routine. And so, and what you're seeing is a lot of people that are just going, I don't buy it anymore. Right? We started one way, we stopped, but the numbers keep spiking. So whatever we're doing isn't working. And so the frustration level of going forward on that, right? And so for those on TikTok, my mask video was the one that got 110,000 views, was me being a smartass commenting on science.
Here, go ahead and tell everybody what that TikTok video said, Joe.
So my TikTok video said, okay, I walked into the break room at work. So I have an office within a bunch of other offices. So I walked into the break room to go throw something away, and there's a lady sitting at the table with no mask on, eating her lunch. And then she looked at me and she said, you don't have a mask on. And I looked at her and I smirked, because that's me. And I walked directly over to the table, pulled out the chair next to her, and sat down.
No, don't freeze right now.
Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Oh, you froze. Yeah. Hey, you're back. So.
Okay. So you looked at her and you said.
I looked directly at her, but I walked over, sat down in the chair, pulled it out right next to her, looked her in the eye, and I said, so is this okay now that we're both sitting at a table? I don't have to have a mask on? And she just stared at me, and I was like, does it make sense? Explain it to me. And then I laughed, got up, and walked out of the room. So did it get through? I don't know. But remember, this is the only virus that has a height requirement, right? I do believe that midgets are immune.
They're called little people. Let's be PC.
But there's also
PC.
dwarfs, and there's other people. Yeah.
So, dude, Mark Rodriguez just said it. That was arrogant, dude.
Yeah, it was absolutely
unbelievably arrogant of you. So I'm gonna play the CNN anchor Cuomo guy. Oh no, he doesn't work there anymore. Never mind.
No, because his friends that were protecting him got busted for doing bad things. Feel free to jump off of Google and look that up. Yes.
So okay, so the other night, because I don't wear masks, and so the other night I was taking my daughter to dinner for her 16th birthday, walk into a restaurant, they said, and there's all kinds of people waiting to be seated, and I'm like among them. Most of them are wearing I'm not. My daughter's not.
Yeah.
And they're all packed in there like sardines, so thank God for all those cloth coverings that don't stop anything. But anyway, I walk up and I'd like, hey, I have a reservation. We're early. And he's like, oh, we can get you in. And he like points at a table.
So what Ken said was he pointed to a table.
This is the first time this has ever happened.
I'm telling you, bro, even on Instagram, this is the first time they actually sent me a notification that says, by the way, we're limiting your outreach for 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And if you unfollow me and then click follow, it pops up and gives you a warning about me.
Look, Justin.
I love that Justin guy.
Justin's awesome, man. I love him. Everybody should be following.
He does live
Justin.
videos and talks about sausage, and then there's no sausage in the videos. It's wrong.
So I said I don't wear them, and the guy's dangling these 2 brand new masks at me, and he goes, well, here, just wear them till you get to your table. that he points to that's like 20 feet from me. There's no people in between us and the table.
Right, but you walk really slow.
And
That's for
I'm
context.
like, I mean, am I the only one? I don't think I know I'm not, because you feel the same way, but like, dude, where is the logic? This isn't rocket science. We're not talking rocket science.
No.
Uh-oh. Frozen.
There he goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are witnessing live shadow banning. Live shadow banning.
Coming to you live from Arrogant Joe.
Wow.
If you go ahead, kick me off, you watch. All of a sudden, you'll not have another problem as it goes on.
That is crazy. Frozen 3 just hit theaters.
Nice. Justin, way to tie it all back in. I like it.
Oh, dear God, help. Okay, we're back. And we're back. We are live.
We have been taking a lot of commercial breaks here today, and we apologize for all that. Evidently,
brought to us by the fine folks over at cbd101.org. Check them out. So yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, look, I know we watch these videos like the one I watched about Australia the other night, and you think, man, like that must be the whole country. I don't know if it is, but it looks insane.
Right, but you can ask Eva. I send notes to her all the time. I message her and I go, okay, is this really happening over there? Because I can't trust anything I'm watching, right? And I'm like, okay, even if it comes from other than mainstream media, I still go, okay, I don't know. Let me go see this, and I'll message her, and she goes, yeah, that happens over here at this Providence or whatever it was. This is happening over here, and I'm like, woo.
Yeah. I saw something on it was on the 700 Club. I don't know, it popped up in my YouTube stream, and I was like, I watched it, a video about like it's nuts, man. So I think that I don't know what's the answer, dude. I mean, what's the answer to all of this? I love what Grant Cardone is doing. He's telling everybody, hey, look, for if you're working for somebody that's requiring the I'm not. Let's roll. Like, he's like, send me your resume, video resume, and let's roll, because you won't have that requirement here in my company down here in Florida.
Right. No, but I mean, if you stop and look, like I will tell you that in California alone.
Hmm?
See, it only starts when I'm talking.
This is unreal. I've never had.
It's only when I start
ever.
talking. That's when it trips the sensors. They're like, dang it, that Joe guy's talking again. What if he makes sense?
Okay, what did you say?
I said it's only when I start talking. It trips the sensors. They're like,
yeah.
All the fact checkers that they just now admitted in court that they're all strictly random opinions from people. So
insane. I walked into the grocery store one afternoon and a woman said, "Shouldn't you be wearing a mask?" And I answered her saying, "Shouldn't you be minding your own business?" Right. I people are like, don't stir the water. But like, dude,
I'm done. I'm done biting my tongue, and I'm done holding back on the fact that, okay, so like I have a shirt in my drawer over there that says silent majority, right? Yeah. It's American flag and whatever. Every time I wear that out, I get people all the time look over and go like this. And I'm like, but you're still being silent. And so I think we've gotten to that point right now where we just have to stop and realize, hey, guess what? It's time. It's okay for those of you that disagree to actually share your opinion. So I will tell you that I get a whole bunch of crap talk on the TikTok videos. Like somebody will post something, but nowadays, once it goes out, I don't even have time to answer it before 10 other people come in and jump back on that person And the cancel culture is reversing, saying no. Somebody said, "Oh wow, an old man on TikTok. That's not creepy." So I said, I looked at him and I said, "I'm sorry, am I dancing?" Right? I mean, it's not there. And I said, "But maybe you could go try to cancel culture another account that won't talk back to you. Feel free to unprivate your account and let's have a DM conversation."
Dude,
But the
that's
second you do
crazy.
that, they go, "Oh my gosh, no! Someone who's gonna."
And we're freezing again.
No,
dude, it's nuts, man. It is absolutely nuts. And I don't know. We can't. This is not sustainable.
No.
Was it you that said somebody that I saw said,
if it was Wise, it was me.
It was something about what's happening in California. Like
yeah.
There's an uprising. Is there really though?
So it's not a huge uprising. It's just the fact that nobody's complying. So like I posted the one that said, it showed a picture of Newsom and it says people in California refusing to comply. And everybody's going, explain it to me how it makes sense. Nothing is making sense. Let's see, Frank Lope's wife, Andrea, she was on there posting something and she said, yeah, somebody goes, oh yeah, I got diagnosed with, I took a test and got they told me I have the Omicron, whatever moronic is spelt different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they said, and I said, I'm sorry, did they develop a test that can specify that? Because they haven't finished making a test to define Delta. So how are they diagnosing and killing you something like that? You know what? We need to go back and watch again, Ken. Way back in 2020 when this all started, we did a live stream that said left or right, this needs to be heard. And we started throwing out some of these conspiracy theories that are now proven to be true, right? Even though we were all crazy. But I think I think it's time for everybody to wake up. And I think it's time for everybody to say, hey, you know what? Give me some logic that I can attach myself to.
As you know, I had the virus in a bad way. And there were moments where I questioned whether I was going to make it or not, but I made it. And thank God. I know there's a lot of people that don't make it. In fact, I just heard earlier today of a somewhat distant family member that died last night that was extremely out of when I say extremely out of shape, and really
I'm
bad
not saying
condition.
that the virus is fake.
I'm not.
I'm not saying that, because some people do. They come at me and they're like, "Oh, you haven't." I'm like, "No, I've lost a very dear friend that they labeled it as that. I happen to know the difference of what it was, but yes, just yesterday I got a phone call too that says so and so passed away, or this person's father passed away, and I feel terrible that it has happened. But when I look at this, I say the solutions they've given us do not beat the fact that once you beat it, you're in a better position.
Yep.
And so, and again, could it have been, we can go, I got tinfoil hats right around the corner. I can go put them on and we can go down all these rabbit holes. But to me, the answer is, okay, let's stop and say, I need something that I can sink my teeth into that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I don't need a CDC website that's going to redefine the definitions that were leading all the way up until 2020. And say, well, now this has changed to this. So on my Instagram story, I saved a lot of my stuff. Like when I said, hey, next they're going to cue the aliens. Right. And then what did we have? The FBI came out and went, we don't know what that is. It isn't a UFO. And this is, I was like, yes, you're just playing right into the little movie script here. But I kept all those up there because I was like, as they start becoming real and you could just check them off and go, okay. So Sweden just announced that you don't have to carry your COVID stuff anymore because we have a chip we can insert that has all of your data on it. And it's like they've had it since 2015 or something. But I'm like, okay, check off another conspiracy theory for me. We're gonna.
I mean, it's nuts. You know, you've seen this, the post, the picture of George Orwell, and it said, I literally wrote a book about this.
Yes, yes.
like, you know, which I remember, that was when I was in high school. That was required reading. We had to read it.
Wow.
So, you know, I think, and Justin's right. Homegrown antibodies got us this far as a race. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Boom. 1984.
1984.
Read that book.
Orwell. Yeah. Yeah, read it. I think you might be surprised at what's in that book. Wow, the bill of this hat is red underneath too. I love this hat, dude. It's pretty cool.
Pretty sexy.
So, you know, I think without I'm not, and this is, we didn't even talking about this. This isn't to ruffle anybody's feathers or any, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter to me. I honestly don't care. Because I think both parties are
whack,
full of so to me it doesn't matter. What matters is that we I mean, this country literally was started because of this exact same thing. Like tyrannical, you know, we've seen the queen of England on the 4th of July post that she's like, happy birthday, you tyrannical criminals, or something like that.
Exactly.
Like, dude, I think that we need to, I mean, we do need it. It's got it takes standing up. My brother, who will not get on Facebook, he deleted his account. He's like, I'll have nothing to do. He's like only on Telegram. And he's like, he has never, not one time, put a mask on. Not once. I'm like, wow.
Well, I'm of the firm belief too, if you are genuinely scared, and there's a lot of people that are genuinely scared, right? And I feel for you because you're scared of the scenario and the situation. Right. I believe that's the end goal. But the answer is stay home. You can control that environment. It's the only environment you have control over is your own house and what you can do.
Yeah. I'm looking at Robert Brooker's comments, and I remember reading, I don't know what he's talking about.
Robert gets that way.
I know.
Robert's like 10 steps ahead of us. He's like 5D chess and we're at 3D chess. So he's answering 4 questions ahead. He's like already in the year 2031. Right.
He knows.
True statement.
He knows.
Yep.
So, you know, look, man, I wanted to pop on for a little bit, have you jump on here with me, talk about the difference between confidence and arrogance. And I'm confident enough to say I don't have all of the answers about all of this stuff. I don't think anybody does. But the bottom line is, you know, I said this before, I heard it from somebody or somewhere, and that is, if you take a dog and you put it on a 50-foot chain and you remove one link from that chain every day, the dog will never even notice that you removed the entire chain. And it's just one link against that whatever. So, you know, I mean, we're there. You gotta stand up. I walked out of that restaurant the other night. I said, no, I'm not putting that on. He said, you have to. I said, I'll eat somewhere else. You're not the only restaurant. Goodbye.
True statement.
And it's an expensive restaurant. And I was like, I don't have to eat here. To walk 15 feet or 10, whatever it was, that's crazy.
Just tell them you're going to hunch down, because that way you'll still be at table height when you walk through the restaurant.
I mean, right?
It's the logic.
And Justin is right. bottom line is do your own research, trust your instincts.
So I'll throw out there, Justin, on that comment, because I believe that, and you've received some of my research, right? And so I do dig deeper than most, but most people don't want to take the time or effort that it takes to legit go do some research. And it's easier, right? Because remember, if you're going to go research something, research it with the intent of proving your side right of what you think. I want you to do that. Okay. Yeah. But when you go out there and if you find it different, it's okay to change your mind instead of just saying, oh, it's because this person said it, or this person said it, or this person said it. Right. But I will tell you statistically, Ken Walls, there is no way in hell I run into so many people that think like I do. Statistically, it shouldn't happen based on everything that's being said.
I think people are just, it's fear, man. Like they're afraid. They're afraid to stand up and say no more. I won't get on an airplane for that reason. I will not fly. Won't do it.
And the guy that yesterday got kicked off because he put a thong across his face and said, "What? I'm wearing a mask. It's as effective as yours is."
Jeez.
And he ended up getting kicked off. But I mean, it's like millions of views of this guy getting yelled at by a captain. And he goes, "Look, you're wearing a cloth mask. I'm wearing a cloth mask." And they're like, "You are not." Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people get on airplane or get, wearing the masks that are like almost see-through. Like it's a mask, but it's not really, it's not doing anything. And it's way more. And people are like, just happy that they're wearing it. Like, what?
Yeah.
They still don't have a class in public schools about how to research, right?
Word.
Samuel J. Sneed. Most people put their heads in the sand and live in a Mary Poppins world. I agree.
So then we should have Jerry here because he's the chimney sweep for the Mary Poppins world.
Chimney. That's actually a really fun movie.
Okay, then. I'm gonna go grab my umbrella, run outside. Yeah,
you've seen it a few times. I get it.
I am. Yeah. Yes, I've had children. Yes.
So yeah, I don't know what I mean. I almost feel like it's been beat to death. Quite honestly, I just feel like
we can get to the point of signing off. But what I want to tell you is that if your statements about yourself is at the expense of somebody else, then you're arrogant.
Say that again.
Get there. If your statements about yourself and your accomplishment is at the expense of other people's accomplishments, that's called arrogance. That's the one-upper guy, right?
Yeah.
And so that's
well, dude, I got one better than that.
I knew you would. I am confident that I am arrogant. So I've tied it all together. We're right back to where we began. So
look at this. This is it, right? This is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Samuel Sneed, I'm going to send you a video that's even funnier than that, but it's a guy describing driving in your car with your mask by yourself. So
I've seen that a few times too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and Justin is right. Grant has the answer. Fly private.
I really do think that is going to be the next big wave. So if we can all just pool some money together and let's go make our own Jet Suite X or something. So, because it's like $9,000 an hour you charge. He's bombastic. Mr. Bombastic. So it wasn't me.
All right. Listen, dude. Thanks for hopping on here for a little bit.
Absolutely.
JSX.com. Is that the jet service?
That's the Jet Suite X. Yeah. So
awesome.
Like for me going to Vegas, you fly, if you book it ahead of time, it's like $150.
What? On a private jet?
It's a private jet. It's only got like 11 seats in it, whatever. And you go in, there's no TSA. You can show up 10 minutes before the flight, walk in, hand your bags, and off you go.
Have you done it?
Oh, yeah. Several times.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they require a mask on the plane?
No. So here's what I'll tell you, because this is a fictional story and was not real in any way with the members of this service. But I looked at the guy, and so somebody I know that, you know, is maybe in a picture above me, went to go to an event and was flying on it. And then the pilot walked in with one of the guys, and I said, "Hey, so what's the deal? Do we have to, are you requiring this to walk from here, the 50 feet out onto the tarmac?" And the guy said, "Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're flying a plane, which means we're looking out the front, right? If we were looking back to say, hey, put that mask on, then we wouldn't be flying, would we?" And I was like, good looking out. Good looking out.
Wow. So I gotta say, show the picture up there again, that because like everybody look how beautiful Joe's wife is. She's
proof I can sell. That's
she's
proof
adorable.
I can sell.
I do feel bad for her and her visual impairment. She obviously has one.
Right. Yes, she does. She does. And she's a little hard of hearing, so she misses half of what I say. So to her, I'm very wise. Yes.
That is so funny. All right, brother. Hey, man, I appreciate you hopping on. Mark Rodriguez, you rock, Mark.
Mark,
do, dude.
Mark, hold on. I'm on my phone, Mark. You rock.
You rock. Go. All of you do.
Yes.
And I absolutely, I think everybody should have a private jet. I'm just saying. I think everybody should. Anyway, Joe, thanks, dude. Stay on here. I'm going to end this. Thank you to everybody who's been watching. Now our numbers are going up. Look, they released I see the numbers climbing now, and it's because they're like, okay, they're
gonna
leave off here. Let's open it up. Let's release.
They're talking about airplanes now.
Yeah. Yeah. What they don't know, or those are all code words for other things.
Right. Please go to Ken and my Telegram channel to get the answer key to what all of those things mean.
Hey, should we tell everybody about that secret Telegram channel we have?
I don't know. I'm thinking what they should do is DM you, because I'm not going to look, right? They should DM you, and then you decide who's going to get there. And I'll set up a fake one that you can give them a link to so they think they're in it.
Well, we have 100 and some odd
16 or something. Yeah.
It was up to 100 and maybe 30, or wasn't it?
Yeah, but there were some people we had to boot out because they weren't putting the factual stuff in. They were putting more opinionated stuff as opposed to do your research and share. Yeah.
So you don't want to tell everybody what it's called?
No, dude, they won't even. Please.
No, we shouldn't. All right, if you want to be in our private, it's been around since the beginning.
Yeah.
In our private Telegram channel that Joe set it. This is one thing my arrogance can't handle, is how it was our idea, and it shows you as the owner, and I'm just like a regular admin.
Right. Because I took action first, right? Because you were like, I haven't even downloaded Telegram. I don't even know what it is, Joe. Explain it to me. Oh, yes. Dude. That wasn't arrogant. But
I think I was actually working. Okay. But
yes. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
We do share truth speech there. Feel free to pop on over to Ken's DM and say, let me in, and he'll know what that means.
Oh, man. Dude, I'm going to get hammered with freaking... Oh, man. Now I'm going to get all these... Hey,
if you'd like, tag Ken in a comment on tonight's live stream.
No, don't. Listen. Can I go on a rant about that for a second?
Go for it. I got like 5 more minutes. Let's just fill it up.
Do you?
Yeah.
Stop tagging people in your posts that have nothing to do with your posts. Stop it. Just stop it. Because what happens is I remove the tag that you tag. I remove it. You know what that does to your algorithm?
That's a
It
big word.
kills it. It kills the algorithm for your post, because all of a sudden the Facebook computer algorithm little bugs out there go, oh wait, they tagged somebody that removed the tag, so they're spamming. And
Yep.
so they move your post down in the rankings, and not as many people will see your posts. Stop
And don't tag me.
tagging.
Don't tag me, because that's only going to let them know you associate with me. And that's going
Right.
to move you down the rankings.
That's why our numbers are low, because you shared this and you tagged me.
Yeah.
And Facebook went, nope.
Yeah. And I said playtime with my friend. I didn't say this is truth time, because then they would have shut us down. Look, the bandwidth police have been trying to get us to fall down the whole time.
Yes. Look, Ken's audience. It's true, Ron. But hey, look, I do this going in.
Right.
And I figured at some point we need to talk about the communistic acts that are occurring on the, I won't even name the state. It's just in the most western part of the United States.
And Ron's in the same with me. So,
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And Ron calls it California.
He does. I know.
Yes.
I know. I remember you connected Ron and I, and I was on his what is it? ABC radio? Is it ABC or is it?
Ron's affiliated with a lot, because I did 2 shows with him the other day, because the follow-up show was going to be on country music radio.
He calls it Calizuela.
Calizuela. That's right.
Justin said
I
Hawaii.
can't spell it. Yeah.
Hawaii is just as bad. It's worse, I heard, in some.
It's horrible. I just had friends go there, and they said every event you went to, if you wanted to get on the bus for the tour, you had to show your card. If you wanted to go to the luau, you had to show your card. And it was just, they were like, I just feel like wearing it around my neck. I said, you should get a chip.
What card?
Sweden. The card of which we shall not speak. We'll call it the Voldemort card.
Oh, that card. Really?
Yeah.
You have to have a card?
Yes.
Hola?
Joe's still here, but notice we started talking about the card. Who knows? But yes. Hey, you're back.
And there is evidence that it is happening because of what we're talking about.
Yeah. And that's why I said the Voldemort card, because Voldemort is not what you should be speaking of, right? We cannot say his name. So, yep.
It's Jiminy Christmas.
Do you know that the terminology that everybody changed it to is now flag 2?
Is what?
So if you say the V word, right? We all replaced it with go get the J word.
Here we go.
And that's flag 2. I fucking love it. I love it.
Even if you say THE space V space WORD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But also flag is the word JAB.
Ron's trying to get our entire stream shut down. So thank you, Ron. Thank you.
It's true. But I do love Newsom and his forethought and his need to keep us in a state of emergency, retaining all of his emergency power.
And I got to be honest, look, President Biden is doing such an outstanding job.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's phenomenal what's happening for us Americans.
Yes.
I just feel so blessed.
I praise him. I stop and praise him every time I fill up at the gas tank.
Every time. Thank you. I mean, honestly, I was looking forward to the day that gas, I mean, in Ohio, I thought, look, back, I don't know, about a year and several months ago, it was all the way down to $1.80, I think, or 70 here.
Yeah,
and
that was
thought,
atrocious.
this isn't right.
No.
It's not fair that the wealthy people get to fill up their big Escalades and
Yeah.
their big limousines and stuff, and they only have to pay $1.80 for gas. That's insane. It should be $3 or $4 a gallon minimum, and
Right.
here we are. So
Yeah. I feel better paying $5.19 yesterday to fill up the car, because if I don't dump $100 at least,
right,
am I really living? Am I really helping?
Yeah, no, I think that honestly, I think that we're stimulating the economy with these prices. So
I heard that inflation is good for people.
It is good for people. It's great for
Yes.
the economy.
Right.
I mean, dude, bread should be $8 a loaf. I mean,
but you also need to point out that as it gets colder, cold weather causes heart attacks and blood clotting.
Yep.
So be careful, everyone.
And Dr. Laura Bramlett Wilkerson, who I talked to today on the phone, I love that woman. She has an Escalade. And Laura, you should be paying your fair share. It's only right.
Right.
It's only right. I mean,
look at how
it's
many
not
Priuses.
Like you went to college. I mean,
No.
your college was free. Like, you know.
Look how many Priuses in the fast lane have to be driving to make up for your Escalade.
Right. Exactly.
For global warming.
Yes. I'm telling you.
On our next episode, we will tackle the flat Earth myth. All right, I got to bounce.
Again, I want everybody to realize that once we started praising,
yes,
that our video's been perfect.
Yep, it's true.
Kim, oh my gosh, is it $5 a gallon really in California?
I paid $5.19 yesterday for gas. To which people on my story said, "Oh, good Lord, where do you live?" So,
wow.
But I do got to bounce, brother. I want to say thank you. I want to make sure we get out of here in under an hour.
So all right, see you guys.
Take care, guys.
Don't leave yet, dude.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Not my first
Ken
Walls live stream.
See you guys. Thank you.
See ya.